New tonight at two separate council meetings, two neighboring Maine towns consider next steps to settle a border dispute that dates back centuries. Houses, businesses, and infrastructure all caught in the middle. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch reports.
Maine's two oldest towns locked in a border dispute that's come to the surface after more than a century in the dark.
An issue that has a tremendous number of negative ramifications.
I don't think it's major in terms of either town.
York and Kittery are trying to come up with a plan to settle the debate over where the line between the two towns should be drawn. In separate meetings Monday, each town's manager set out to form their side of a commission. In dispute,
a 250-year-old map that York claims represents where the border is.
The town of York has claimed its current border with Kittery is inconsistent with the boundary drawn in colonial times, which is a straight line. If followed today, this would mean more than a dozen houses would become part of York.
They could decide to leave it where it is now. They could decide to do something in the middle.
Peter Joseph is the town manager of York. He says if the border changed, disruptions would be minor.
Small area, small number of properties, small impact.
But Kittery sees things differently.
It was a real violation of these property owners' fundamental rights.
Kittery's attorney, Stephen Langsdorf, says schools, taxes, and property could change with a new town line. In a letter, he also points to a time in the mid-1800s when York agreed to the line as it is today.
That everybody had agreed at that point that the boundary is where it is.
Now the negotiating table awaits, with Kittery determined not to give up an inch and York set on keeping this centuries-old issue fresh. At the York-Kittery border, Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.